Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Here's a quick guide on how to complete Heist Battlegrounds Mars Grandmaster Nightfall. I will first show you our loadouts followed by the strategies. Timestamps are in the description below. This Grandmaster contains barriers and unstoppables. There are a lot of void and arc shields with a couple of solar shields, so have some weapons to deal with those. The threat is solar, so definitely have some solar resist mods. At the time of the recording, the surges were solar and strand. This could be different for you depending if you do the GM on the week it comes out or later on through your Conqueror title. So always double check where the surges are and match a subclass and weapons to them. Moving on to loadouts. We had a Warlock running well for damage combined with Phoenix Protocol to gain super energy upon getting kills in the well. The Titan ran Behemoth combined with Hoarfrost to make Stasis Crystal walls. The Hunter ran Threadrunner for add clear along with a 6th Coyote for additional dodges to suspend targets. Moving on to weapons, the Warlock ran Arbalest for stunning barriers as well as a Void Scout for stunning unstoppables and dealing with avoid shields. Finally, they had a Solar Heavy Linear for damage to make the most of the surge. The Titan ran Outbreak Prime for stunning barriers along with a Blinding Grenade Launcher for unstoppables and adds. For heavy, they ran a Machine Gun for clearing adds. The Hunter had a Strand Auto Rifle to create grenade energy for the suspending grenades along with a Dead Messenger for add clears. Finally, they too ran a Machine Gun for add clear. Now onto mods, starting with a class item. Run any of the mods to help reduce your ability cooldowns when using different abilities. You could also run the mods Proximity Ward and Healthy Finisher to get your health back along with an Overshield when performing a finisher. For leg armor, you can run mods to help with your ability regen when picking up Orbs of Power. You could also run Scavenger mods to pick up additional ammunition when picking up ammo bricks. On your chest armor, run a Concussive Dampener to help reduce incoming damage from grenades. Also run a Solar Resist mod because incoming solar damage is increased by 25%. For gauntlets, yet again run any mods that boost your ability regen when picking up Orbs of Power. Finally, for the helmet, I suggest you have a heavy ammo finder on along with some scout finders for your teammates. Also run some Ashes to Assets to get a super back on grenade kills. These are the loadouts that we used. Either copy them or use them to make your own designs. You do not need the same loadouts, subclasses or characters that we have to complete this GM. With that out of the way, let's get straight into it. Once you load in, make your way up the ramp. There'll be plenty of thralls, so take your time and let them gather up. A couple of grenades or firefly weapon perks will make short work of them. Now you will need to capture the 3 towers and you can do it in any order you want. I suggest you go with the closest one to get it out of the way and do it together. Remember, you won't have to stand underneath the tower. Simply stay here on the left and keep your distance. As long as the area around the tower is clear, it will progress the completion percentage. The main threat will be a couple of arc shielded knights, so lure them away, suspend them and kill them. The rest of the adds will stay around the tower, so keep your distance and snipe at them. Eventually a barrier and an unstop will appear. The barrier is faster and therefore should appear first, so get rid of it first, followed by the unstop. Once tower B is complete, a boss knight will spawn in on the left. Let it walk past the tower onwards to tower A. By doing so, you can then use this ramp to pixel peek over the top to safely deal with the boss. You will first need to clear out the adds, especially the arc shielded knights around you, before it is safe to focus fire on the boss. Once done, clear the debris around tower A and go to the back of it. A death tongue will spawn and you need to get rid of it, otherwise the adds will be tougher to kill. Simply suspend it and use your heavy. Remember that there is a heavy box next to tower A, so don't worry about wasting heavy. Same as before, stay in the back and snipe at the adds around the tower. Be careful though because there'll be 2 unstoppables. Use your supers to get rid of them as quickly as possible because they can walk up to your right side and rush you. You can also use the fence line for cover to deal with the adds, but be aware of your left side because arc knights can jump up onto the ledge next to you. Use the same strategy for the last tower. Use this back area to snipe at all the adds, but be careful of the pools to your left as there will be constant add spawns next to you. Among the adds spawning to the right of the tower will be an unstopped champion. Let it rush you to lure it away from the rest of the adds for an easy kill. When the tower is complete, move on to the next area. This one can be quite difficult to complete, so it will rely on all 3 fire team members chaining their supers to create orbs for one another to get more supers. Clear out the adds in front of you, which will include a barrier and an unstop. You can use the stairs for cover as well as suspending grenades to get rid of them. There are 3 locations that you can possibly stay in this room. You could stay on the stairs in the 2nd floor above near the entrance to safely snipe at the adds. However, you need to be careful of anything spawning to your right, such as acolytes, thralls, and wizards. The other option is to simply stay by the doorway using the large wall in front of you for cover and chaining your abilities back and forth. For the last position, there is some elevated ground next to the doorway. You could crouch here and use a fence for cover, but your left side will be exposed to adds that need to be cleared out. Once the ghost reaches 25%, a barrier in the form of a disruptor will spawn along with an unstopped champ. It doesn't matter which location you use or if a ghost gets disrupted. just take your time clearing them out. Once the timer hits 50%, an Unstop champ will spawn along with another disruptor. For some reason the champ will sometimes spawn to the left or directly in the doorway, so keep an eye on it so it doesn't surprise you. When it hits 75%, a barrier champ will spawn along the mini ogre boss. The best way to deal with it is using the top side stairs and the second floor. Just remember there will be ads spawning to your right side, and if a ghost gets disrupted, then so be it. It is better to get rid of the champs and the ogre first before trying to reactivate the doorway. There is no easy way to do this room, so everyone needs to be able to hold their own weight. Up next you have a mini jumping puzzle. Do this as you would normally do, and you can skip past the ads. If you struggle avoiding the defensive towers, once you get up to this hill, instead of going around to the left side, you can jump up onto the right side pipeline and follow that to the next room. When the doors open, immediately deal the ads to your left, because then you can use the stairs on the left side to snipe the remaining ads in the room. Be careful, as among the ads will be 2 barrier champs. Just stick to the stairs, clear out the minor ads so the barriers are left on their own. For this next room, you will need to collect cores to break the chains on the doors. Have one person stay behind to keep the front area clear of ads. You can use the area above a doorway for cover to safely dispose of the ads. There is also a core up there that you can use. The other two can either travel together or split up to get the remaining cores. The best way to deal with the ads protecting the cores is to stay on the platforms and snipe at the ads. Be careful though, because next to the cores will be some vandals. You are now in the boss room. Now there is a little bit of a cheese to this that your team can use. Make sure to first put down any wells or tethers that you might have before activating the podium. Then fall back to the right and left side towers. Between them and the corner wall is a little ledge that you can jump up onto without the boss being able to hit you. Using these ledges you can safely snipe at the boss without worrying about any ads. Each ledge can hold 2 people, so whoever is closest to the front will need to crouch. When the boss loses a bar of health, you will need to collect 5 cores to bank in the middle. There will be some Arcanites spawning beneath you, and by having one person on each tower you can not only shoot your own, but also shoot the opposite side. Before doing that, you will first need to clear out the middle of the room together, because among them will be an Unstop champ and a barrier. Put down a well in the middle for survivability, suspend the targets to make them useless, then make an ice wall around the area and make the hive pay for it. Once done, fall back to the towers, and if you weren't successful, just wait for your supers to recharge and try again. Only once the champs in the middle are gone with most, if not all the ads, do you then want to kill the Arc Knights. Let your supers recharge first, and then kill 2 or more Arc Knights roughly at the same time. This way you can put down your supers to clear out the area again, and then bank multiple cores at once before they despawn. Once done, fall back, recharge your supers, and do it again. The other way is to bank 1 core at a time whilst 2 people cover you from the ads. If you are quick enough, you can kill another set of knights and bank in the middle before another wave of ads spawn in. Otherwise, do not risk it. Just fall back, let your supers recharge, and do it again. This isn't a GM that you want to be farming, and you don't get anything extra for any speed records. Just take your time with it. Once all 5 are banked, go back to the towers and kill the boss. And there you have it, that is how you complete the Heist Battlegrounds Mars Nightfall on Grandmaster difficulty. If you have found the guide to be helpful, then please like, share, and post a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for more Destiny 2 guides. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.